This is how you can change the gap between the follow-up emails when you're using SailGen to send like cold emails. So what might happen is we have already installed like the default cold email automation and system in your SailGen account by default for free. What might happen is like by default we send like follow-ups every 24 hours if people have not responded to the previous email we sent to them, and when they reply they stop sending out the we stop sending out the follow-ups. What might happen in your scenario is you might be like, I want to have like a 2-day delay, I want to have a 48-hour delay, I want to have a 3-day, 4-day, 7-day delay. Or another thing which might happen is I want to send out the first follow up after 1 day, and then I want to add a 2 to 3 delay in the next follow up, and then the fourth follow up should be sent out after 7 days. So if you want to like configure how much of a gap there should be between the different follow ups in the cold email system inside of SailGen, this is exactly what you need to do. The first thing you do is simply log into your SageGen account. Just click on this link, log in with your email and password, and once you're here, this is what it would probably look like. Like this is the dashboard and everything. So yeah, once you're here, you need to click on automations and open the folder known as outbound. So over here, you can see this folder called automations and click on this thing called outbound over here. So automation and then outbound, boom, click on it. After that, you see this folder known as email. Click on this again. You can see this workflow which is known as cold email outbound. Simply click on this workflow where it says cold email outbound. It's pretty simple and straightforward from now on. You just need to click on the wait for reply steps. So what you can see over here is after every single email which we send out, there's a step known as wait for reply. So if we want to change how long we should wait before we see if the person has like, what this step basically does is it sees if people have replied to the previous email, and if they have not replied for like 1 day by default, then we send out the follow-up message. You can see like if people have not replied to the email in a day, we send out the follow-up one message. So all you need to do if you want to change how long we should wait before we send out a follow-up is simply like, let's say this is the first email and you want to choose the delay between the first follow-up. So how long we should wait before we have sent out the first email to someone and they have not responded. Just simply click on this wait for reply thing, and over here where it says like below this timeout button, you can set how long to wait between follow-ups. So if you want to wait a day, you just enter 1 day over here. If you want to wait 2 days, you enter 2 days. So yeah, you can do it in like hours, minutes, days, whatever. So if you want to wait for just 12 hours, and if people have not responded in 12 hours, you send a follow-up, you just enter like 12 hours. So you can totally configure it. You can do like 1 day, 2 day, whatever. It's totally up to you. I'll say don't usually go less than a day, because you should at least give people a day to respond to you. So yeah, I'll say minimum you should have 1 day, and yeah, after that maximum there's no limit, but ideally like 24 to 48 hours you should be sending out the follow-ups. So that's what you can do. And after that, once you've done that, once you've made all the changes, just click on the save action button at the bottom right corner of the screen. Let's say you want to like, if you want to do this for anything else, like if you want to make changes to how long you should wait before sending out the follow-up message number 2. So let's say you configured this, and then after like simplicity purposes, let's say after a day the first follow-up message was done. Now what this is doing, like this step called wait for reply below this thing, is it's going to wait for a reply on the follow-up message 1, follow-up email number 1. So we sent out this follow-up email, and if this does not get a reply in 1 day, then we sent out the second follow-up email, which is known as FUP2. So if you want to add like more delay, or you want to reduce the delay between the first follow-up being sent, and if people not like, basically you get the point, right? I don't know why I'm not able to articulate it. So if you want to increase the delay, like increase the time for which we should wait before we send people the third email, the second follow-up message, if they have not replied to any of our previous emails, you simply click on this wait for reply button below follow-up 1, and then again you can just change like how much of like the total number of time we should wait before sending out the next follow-up email. So you can do it 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, whatever. Click on the save action. If you want to add more delay after the second follow-up, again you can just click on this button called wait for reply below the follow-up email, and just select how much you want to wait before you send out the next follow-up. So I think it's pretty simple. If you want to add like, yeah, it's pretty simple. So whenever you want to add more delay, or you want to reduce the amount of delay between us sending an email, waiting for a reply, and sending the next follow-up if the reply is not received, just go to the email, and below that you're going to find this thing called wait for reply. Just add the amount of time you want to wait before you send out the follow-up email. So if I wanted to like wait 2 days before I send out the third follow-up email, I just click on 2 over here and I'll click on save action. I'm not making any changes to it because this is not actually my account. And yeah, once you've done that, you simply need to click on the save button over here so that changes are saved. And that is how you can configure the delay between the follow-ups in your cold email system. I think it's pretty simple, straightforward to explain and everything. And if you still did not understand it, just simply reply to this post as a comment or create a new post in the SailGen community tagging me, and we'll be more than happy to help you out. I hope you have an awesome, lovely, fantastic day ahead. Bye bye, man. Take care.